Joining us now to discuss is Congressman Mike Quigley. Congressman, thanks for joining us this morning.
Good morning.
Early on in all this, the president had made a comment about, well, if it's an incursion, that might be like, and he got himself jammed up a little bit. What do you consider this? Is this an invasion?
It is an invasion. And I think the president clarified that. And I do believe you'll see further sanctions in the coming hours as it relates to this. You know, some of the delays you get in this is the acts of diplomacy. It is the fact that we're not acting by ourselves. We're acting with our NATO allies. So some of this in real time is going to take time to shake out, deciding exactly how to react and what to call an incursion. But obviously, they've invaded.
So what's the plan at this point? I mean, obviously, President Putin must have anticipated that sanctions would be the first thing that the allies would do. What do you do that would make him pull back?
You know, I think you can't use all your sanctions at once. You have to have some ability to punish for further actions. I think you'll see something severe now. And if you're talking about this as a NATO effort, the German pullback from the Nord Stream pipeline is a big deal. I mean, Russia is a small economy. It makes money with energy. It makes money selling arms. But other than that, it's not in the top 10 countries of the world. This will have an impact. I do think there's other sanctions that we're holding back, including access to the banking system, which have a pretty dramatic effect on him, sanctions on his oligarchs, and sanctions on the president himself. But all the while, two things. I mean, recognizing we have to help Ukraine help itself, but diplomacy still has to work. If history has taught us anything, we still have to have hope and try diplomacy till the very end.
Do you think Putin has his eyes on Kyiv, and what is your assessment of Ukraine's ability to defend itself?
On paper, this is a mismatch, unfortunately. The fighting spirit of Ukraine, you see it talking to the community here, and I've traveled to Ukraine several times. They are far more prepared militarily. This won't be an easy victory, but again, on paper, it's a mismatch. Putin's intentions, if you were to try to decipher his speech yesterday, which was pretty scary, coupled with the missile test and the other provocation that are taking place, leads you to believe he's going forward. I'll say this, I've been on the Intelligence Committee for over 7 years. The intel on this has been outstanding. And frankly, the public use of intel is unprecedented, but is also tied Putin's hands. But if it is accurate as it has been, I think he's going to go. What did Secretary Austin say? He said, you don't do all the things Putin is doing unless you plan to conduct a full-scale invasion.
Is this important? Putin is delivering the message to his own people, this propaganda. Is that important? Can we counter that in any way?
It's tough, but it is the great question. You know, we fought 2 great wars and helped our European allies beat back fascism in the last century. You know, some of those same ideals are here. This is a sovereign democratic country at Putin's footsteps. It is not just a Ukrainian problem. It's a problem for Poland, the Baltics, Georgia, and more. It is his plan, it's Putin's plan to restore the former Soviet Union. But beyond that, an invasion or just a response to these sanctions will have an impact right here, right? Fuel prices, supply chain issues because of the scarce resources that come from there, affecting everything from food to aerospace to building cars to semiconductors. That matters. But if anyone doesn't think Putin won't launch modern warfare against our own country, the homeland, they're mistaken. Fiona Hill wrote an excellent article recently talking about the possibility of hypersonic missiles in Cuba and in Central America, visiting upon this generation what we or our parents experienced in the Cold War.
All right, Mike Quigley, thanks for joining us this morning.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
We're learning more about the origin of a fire that destroyed 2 businesses and 3